So welcome folks to another episode of Rumble, and this time I could rumble with this guy because it's a guy, it's not a woman, and he's a racing car driver among other things. He does a lot of other stuff too. But if you ever wondered what drives these people to go at breakneck speed on racing tracks, or not even racing tracks, what is it that drives these youngsters to their need for speed? What is it? Then maybe I'll get an answer out of my guest today, who's Parthiva Sureshwaren. He's a racing car driver, does the F2 circuit in Europe, and of course he lives part of the time here and part of the time in Dubai. So let me pick his brain and see what is racing all about. So welcome, Parthiv.
Hi, nice to be on your show.
So let's start where I should start, right at the beginning. What prompted you to race?
I loved cars obviously when I was a kid. Most young kids love cars when they're like 4 or 5 years old, and my dad used to take me to the Sholavaram races in Chennai to watch the races.
Okay.
So at that time I just loved watching the race cars, and it wasn't really something that I wanted to do when I was that young. But then as I started getting to the age of 10, 11, I wanted to drive on the road.
Oh, go beyond watching and get behind the wheel.
Yeah, get behind the wheel. And I actually started driving inside the compound. And
which compound?
in a
in your
close
house?
Community, yeah.
Oh my God.
And without my dad knowing. And then I had a few crashes here and there.
What were you crashing?
His car.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
remember it was a Premier Padmini 118 at that time.
Oh, okay.
So
very indulgent
that was
father
the first
you
car
had.
I drove. He didn't let me drive, but I used to
Sneak it out.
Yeah, sneak it out. And
But tell me, the Sholavaram race, I've also seen that. It's an old abandoned landing strip.
Yeah.
So how do you race on something that's just a straight line?
No, it's not just a straight line. It's an airfield, but it was converted to a makeshift racetrack.
Okay.
Like you go, there's a straight, a small left, then another right, and then you come back onto the straight on the other side, and then it's a U-turn. So it's a very basic track, but it was great at that time.
But how do you know this is and that? The barriers are erected?
Yeah, they have like haystacks and barriers.
Okay. So you're safe doing whatever you do.
Yeah, it's pretty safe. Not safety like nowadays. It's like proper FIA world-class safety, or even in India, even in our tracks in India. But that time it was just for enthusiasts, and it was great fun. A lot of crowds.
Oh, they used to get crowds there?
Yeah, big crowds.
Oh, where did they sit and watch? It's all on
They had stands, grandstands on the side.
Oh, they built the stand. So it was an organized affair.
Yeah. Proper organized affair.
Who was running those things those days?
It was a Madras Motorsports Club.
Okay, but it was still called Madras Motorsports.
Yeah, it's still Madras Motorsports Club.
Okay.
And then they formed the Federation of Motorsports Club of India. That's
okay, they all got together from different places.
Yeah.
So where else was it happening?
This Sholavaram race was happening only in Chennai.
Okay.
The racing, that is.
Yeah.
But rallying used to happen all over India.
Yeah, but they're two completely different things, aren't they? Rallying and racing? Or are they the same?
Night and day. There's no comparison. Because rallying, you're on your own. You're on dirt, sometimes tarmac. But it's a completely different thing. You go for timing. In racing, you're with 24 cars, 25 cars.
So timing don't matter. You ought to just get to the checkered flag first.
Timing does matter in qualifying, where you start the race.
Okay.
And then how you race. So
did you have any serious accidents, or did you watch any serious accidents when you were growing up with this racing? It didn't put you off, obviously.
No, actually, I had a lot of accidents on the road, and my father said, if you like driving fast on the road, just stop it immediately because it's not safe.
Yeah.
And we'll put you on the racetrack and see. I mean, just to get your steam out, go to the racetrack.
Okay.
So that's the safest way to do it. I mean, you shouldn't drive fast on the road, but you should go to the racetrack because anybody can go to the racetrack, pay for it and drive.
So you pay for it and you put gas in your car and then you burn it up.
You have these track days where you can take your own car.
Any car?
Any car. And get your steam out. They'll do a safety check on your car.
Okay.
You wear a helmet and you go.
What is a safety check on a car like?
Just to make sure the wheels are okay.
Tight and the bolts are there.
Everything's fine. The basic condition car.
Okay. And then you just zip down the track.
Perfect.
You don't have to race against anyone. It's just your own.
On your own.
So it's like playing golf.
There are marshals looking after you. There's an ambulance. It's all like a controlled environment.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's the best thing for young kids who want to race on the streets. You get off the streets because it's really unsafe for the others more than them.
That's true.
And you go and race on the track.
Did you hear about that recent phenomenon in Delhi? I think there were bike gang racing on the road, and They were doing wheelies, and some policemen tried to stop them, and he shot one of them.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
You know that?
That's
He
really-
shot and killed one of them.
Okay.
And then,
That's really sad.
yeah, of course, there are people saying that, you shouldn't have shot at them, but the policeman said, I tried to stop them. They were doing dangerous things on the public streets. They said, if I had a shot and hit the pillion rider and
Okay.
killed him.
That's really
So,
sad.
yeah, but so do people know such a thing? This what what is it? Madras Motorsport?
MMSC, yeah. Madras
MMS.
Motorsports Club.
Okay, does MMSC let the public know that such a facility is available? You can go there and race, pay
I
money?
hope people know. They do some advertising for it.
Oh, they do?
But it's mostly word of mouth.
Okay.
But I think people should be more aware that this exists in Chennai and also now in Delhi. They have the
Oh, that's
Formula
after the F1
F1 track. So you
yeah.
can also take your road car and drive there around the F1 track.
So
There
what
are
is
certain days.
Okay, so tell me straight figures. What does it cost to take a car?
I'm not sure about the F1 track.
Let's say the one here.
I don't really know
The
because I've
last
never
time,
taken it.
the last time you went on it, did you remember paying anything?
I think it's probably around the region of couple of thousand rupees an hour, something.
Oh, it's
like
on an
that.
hourly basis.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not exactly a
Yeah,
poor
I'm
man's.
not sure about the figures, but this is what the ballpark it used to be.
So it's not exactly a poor man's sport. I mean,
Well, not
You
really.
need a couple of thousand rupees to enter the
Yeah, but I guess if you can afford a car and drive fast on the roads and
So you
burn
can
up
do
that much of gas on the roads, it's much safer to do it on the racetrack.
Okay.
And it makes
And
sense.
it's a good start.
Very good
You
start.
learn the right things.
Yeah.
Okay, folks. So I was talking to Parthiva about his early days and how he got into it and what he feels about the racing scene in Chennai. Of course, there's much more into racing than just going around on Cholavaram landing strip. So when we come back in part 2, we'll get into a little more about racing.